There is one immediate change to all SeaWorld parks starting effectively now. Anybody who had been a VIP guest in the past, occasionally they had been allowed to pet the killer whales. Well, that is no more, and this morning there is new home video that could shed some light on what went wrong. ABC News obtained this video taken by a tourist, which shows the moments leading up to the fatal attack. This is Dawn Brancho and Tilly putting on the Dine with Shamu show for tourists at the park restaurant. She playfully feeds him, clearly enjoying the moment, throwing buckets of water for the waiting whale. They play. She tosses her head side to side. He follows. But moments after the camera shuts off, Tilly would grab that ponytail and pull Brancho into the water to her death. SeaWorld told us because of the whale's violent past, trainers never get into the water with him. But the video clearly shows Brancho swimming with Tilly. Shows here and at all SeaWorld parks around the country are shut down as the company investigates. For now, Tilly is with the other killer whales, no tourist in sight. Federal investigators are also combing the grounds. Teams from the Occupational Safety and Health Administration are trying to figure out if SeaWorld did anything wrong. At more than 6 tons, Tilly is the largest killer whale in captivity. These animals are incredibly intelligent, which makes some experts question whether this was truly an accident.
This was not an insane, uncontrollable act. This was premeditated, and the whale, for whatever whale reasons, the whale did this intentionally.
Now that you know that this animal did pull this trainer into the water, do you think it is safe for other trainers to interact with it?
There is a way of providing moving forward where we can provide a safe environment. Obviously, we need to evaluate how and the specifics of doing that.
And SeaWorld CEO will hold a press conference here later this afternoon. We're expecting him to talk not only about changes at this park, but to the killer whale program at all 3 parks around the country. Robin.
Many want to hear that. Yunji, thank you so much. To get more detail on this, joining us live now from Orlando is former head trainer at SeaWorld, Thad Lasinik. And Robert Rose, the curator at Miami Seaquarium, joins us from Miami along with a 40-year-old female killer whale named Lolita. Gentlemen, thank you both so very much for joining us this morning. And Thad, I know that you trained Dawn. You knew her very well, and our condolences to you. You are saying that her ponytail may have provoked the whale. How?
Well, it's not that it provoked it. She wasn't obviously watching what she was doing with her ponytail, and her ponytail drifted into the water, and Tillicum, who was laying on his back while she was rubbing him down, he grabbed her ponytail and pulled her into the water. That's as simple as it gets. Dawn, if she was standing here with me right now, would tell you that that was her mistake in allowing that to happen. And I want to correct something that I heard a little bit earlier. You said that she was in the water swimming with the killer whale. That is not true. She was laying in a slide out. That is a shallow area about 4 inches deep. She was not swimming with the whale. She was still in that slide out area. She laid down in front of him. Her ponytail drifted, and the whale grabbed her ponytail and pulled it in. I also heard somebody say, go ahead.
But just watching the video, I don't know if you can see it. We see her in the water, and we see that
I've
Tilly.
seen that video. She is laying in about 4 inches of water. That is a slide out. He is in the deep water. She is on that slide out area, which is about 4 inches deep. I've seen that video many times.
Okay, so she's not actually there in the water.
No, she is not actually swimming in the water with him. Yeah, it is the same water, but it is only 4 inches of water. She was still she was standing in earlier, and then she laid down in that same area. She was not in the water with him. He pulled her in the pool by her ponytail.
Yeah, she was close enough for him to unfortunately do that. I know you're the former head trainer there. Did you have different protocol than what's in place right now at SeaWorld?
Well, I can tell you that when I was there, we did have a protocol that you would not do that. You would not lay down in a slide out and get that close to his mouth. Now, whether she broke that protocol or not, I don't know, or if the protocol changed in how they were working with him. But I'm pretty sure It was her breaking the protocol. The thing that is the most important thing that SeaWorld needs to do and make sure of is that they have the right experience levels working these whales at all times. Obviously, she had a lot of experience, and Dawn was one of the best killer whale trainers I ever worked with. Also, one of the best people I ever worked with.
Yes, we've heard that.
But unfortunately, it looks to me like she made the mistake.
I know you've also.
Sometimes we get too comfortable working these animals. You have to remember what they are, but we all know what the risks are in working with these animals. Dawn certainly knew the risk, and every other trainer knows that also.
Well, let's bring in trainer Robert Rose. He's in Miami, and he is with his whale, Lolita, and I know, Thad, you also trained Robert. So, Robert, how did the mood? You have to always be judging the mood of Lolita?
Well, good morning, Robin. Part of being a trainer is interacting with these animals, and it's really what we do every day. I mean, we come out here, we spend time poolside, we interact with them, we play with them, we train with them, we do shows with them, and it's very important as trainers and caretakers of these animals that we build that relationship with these animals. We build that bond and the rapport that goes along with it, and so we care very deeply about these animals and really enjoy and love the job that we do here.
But everyone, even whales, have a good day and a bad day. So how do you go about judging if maybe they're having an off day?
Well, I think it's important for everybody to remember that they're individuals, just like you and I, and they get sick, the females get pregnant, and so it's very important as trainers that you get to know them and you learn that relationship, and you can come out here on a day in and day out basis and actually look at the animal and see how potentially it may be feeling, if it looks like it's normal, or maybe it looks a little off, maybe its eyes are a little closed or a little distance from you, and so at that point we can notify our veterinarians, and they can come down and take a look at the animal and make sure it's not feeling good. I mean, they get belly aches and just like you and I do, so spending the time and really getting to know the animals are one of the most important things that we do as trainers.
I know, I'm looking at Lolita, we're looking at her right now, and just, very peaceful, but we have to remember they're animals. And it's kind of like what Thad was saying earlier. Can you sometimes get too comfortable and forget?
Well, I think you can get very comfortable in what we do. I mean, I've been doing this for over 20 years, and you come out here, you build this relationship. I've been interacting with Lolita now for 15 years. I've actually been with her longer than I've been married to my wife, and so you can you get very comfortable with these animals, and you get to know them very, very well. And as the caretakers of these animals, I mean, we feel very responsible and have an obligation to not just our animals, but to the general public. I think it's very important for everybody to understand, the role that these animals play here at parks like Miami Seaquarium. If it wasn't for zoos and aquariums like us around the country, many people would never have a chance to see a dolphin or a killer whale up close. And it's really through those interactions and that time spent that people can walk away from here with a better education and an understanding of how they can help the animals out in the wild.
Well, Robert, thank you for what you do, and have a great weekend. And we're just looking at Lolita right behind you, so thank you. And Thad, thank you so much, Thad, for your insight as well. We certainly do appreciate you helping us understand it better.